Like here? Yeah. She went like that. I wonder.
Looks like our reps have completed their stick checks. So at this time, we're going to have everyone please rise. We'll say the national anthem. Now for our starting lineups. Let's give a warm welcome to the visiting Hamilton Southeastern Royals. Starting for the Royals at attack, number 7, Caitlin Carter. At attack, number 14, Stella Fisher. At attack, number 21, Sam Borger. At attack, number 2, Chloe Brock. At midfield, number 10, Ellie Mowell. At midfield, number 22, Olivia Schmidt. At midfield, number 24, Jenna Jenkins. Defense, number 18, Kendall Borger. At defense, number 5, Ashley Springer. At defense, number 23, Sydney Dana. At defense, number 26, Ava Wood. Number 40, Chloe Maddox. Let's see it from your home team, Noblesville, starting at goal, number 70, junior Maddie Wood. Starting at defense, number 10, senior Cheney Cornell. Starting at defense, number 12, junior Lindsay Wilson. Starting at defense, number 2, junior Aubrey Arnold. Starting at defense, number 13, senior, Mallory Miller. Starting at midfield, number 16, senior, Maddie Risky. Starting at midfield, number 11, senior, Emma Potter. Starting at midfield, number 4, senior, Sydney Linger. Starting attack, number 20, senior, Brooke Miller. Starting attack, number 21, senior, Reagan Bain. Starting attack, number 30, junior, Maya Bill. Starting attack, number 5, freshman, Chloe Barnett. Noblesville coached by Veronica Mitchell, assisted by Daniel Gabette, Chris Sexton, Jason Barnett, and William Satterwell. Good luck, ladies.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We want to welcome you to this evening's broadcast of Indiana High School Girls Lacrosse right here on Hamilton County TV, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating over 29 years in business. As we get started here with this sectional final matchup between the Noblesville Millers and the Hamilton Southeastern Royals, we want to take a moment to thank our great sponsors, including Noblesville Trophies, Gaylor Electric, Chuck Goodrich, President and CEO, Van Osdal and Farrar Incorporated, We Are Business Technology Simplified, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Jamie Carmesino, Carpenter Realtor, visit HamiltonCounty.com, Schwartz's Bait and Tackle, the Hamilton County Reporter, Yancey's Tuxedo Rentals, and Wofford Theater Outdoor Movies. This is Pat Haney and Jeff Potter bringing you this evening's action on Hamilton County TV. Jeff, it's sectional finals. Not much more to say than that.
There's some hardware to be handed out tonight, and I would expect that this is going to be a very competitive game. Hamilton Southeastern really played well the other night against Guerin in dispatching them in a really good ball game. And Noblesville comes in as the number 1 seed for the sectional and had a pretty easy go of it against Fishers last week. So these two teams met back in March, and Noblesville won 15-6 at Hamilton Southeastern. But it looks like HSC has been working hard this season, and they looked pretty good the other night. I would expect that both these teams are going to play pretty fast, pretty aggressive, and we should see a heck of a ball game.
Indeed. The Hamilton Southeastern Royals are in the blue jerseys with white numbers, and the Millers will be in the white jerseys with the gold numbers. That's senior Emma Potter on the draw for the Millers. And this sectional final here at Sectional 2 is underway, and the first draw control of the game is going to go to Ellie Nawa of the Royals. So first possession goes to the Royals, and they will get organized on the offensive end. Royals really did a nice job against Guerin with draw control, which certainly hugely improved their chances of pulling off that upset.
Olivia Schenk had 7 draw controls in that game. Just played really well.
And the Royals are the first on the board. That is a goal by sophomore midfielder Ellie Nawa. Royals lead 1-0. They take advantage of that opening draw control and put the first goal up on the board this evening in this contest. And once again, we want to thank our sponsor, Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating over 29 years in business. Logan Street Signs and Banners specialize in last-minute signage and banners, serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. You can contact them at 317-773-7200 and visit their website at www.loganstreetsigns.com. Follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Nice opening drive by Hamilton Southeastern. Nawa found a crease in the defense and made a tough shot as she was going down to the ground. So we'll see this next draw control.
Ellie Nawa played very, very well for the Royals in the semifinals against Guerin, especially coming through in the second half with some crucial goals down the stretch. Second draw control of the game also goes to the Royals. Miller's defense will set up.
Good pressure defense by the Millers.
Really nice job.
Ball.
Foul on the Millers will leave possession in control or to the Royals, and the Royals will be awarded a free position scoring opportunity. That is number 7, Caitlin Carter, sophomore attack for the Royals. She will fire the shot in on Maddie Reel, and the junior goalie is able to handle that one, and now we'll look to clear and get the Millers organized for their offensive attack. Olivia Shank comes up with it, and Royals will maintain the ball. So a turnover on the clear for the Millers. Draw control, clears, going to play a crucial role in tonight's contest.
We've talked about it all season long. The draw control is one of the most critical parts of the game. The team that generally wins the most draw controls, they have more possessions and they have more opportunities to score. They typically win. And then the turnover battle is always critical. The team that makes the most turnovers is going to struggle.
And that's going to be a Royals goal, and that is number 24, Jenna Jenkins, with the goal. Jenna had 1 goal and 1 assist against Guerin Catholic, and she puts the Royals' second goal on the board. The Royals take an early 2-0 lead here in the first half of action.
The Royals look like they've still got the excitement and enthusiasm that they had from the Guerin game. They've come out hot, just like they did against Guerin. I think they scored the first 3 goals right away. The Millers are in a more of a defensive position on the draw control to try and guard for that, and they're still gotten the first 2. Maddie Christie's going to take this one.
We've got Maddie Christie, Reagan Haney, and Emma Potter here at midfield for the draw control.
And she was in the circle early.
All right, so that is going to be a word to the Millers. Reagan Haney with the ball will look to bring it across the restraining line.
And the reason is that the Hamilton Southeastern player stepped over into the circle before the ball was out.
Olivia Schenk with the deflection and the forced turnover. Olivia played an outstanding game against Guerin Catholic for the Royals. That is number 7, Caitlin Carter. She will move in. Really nice defensive play by Mallory Miller. Mallory will get the ball. Jeff, a big factor tonight is just going to be who can settle in and execute with a little bit more pressure, a little bit more nerves this evening.
Well, first few minutes of the game are always feeling each other out a little bit, and always some nerves. Noblesville would certainly like to win this game, but so Hamilton Southeastern wants it pretty bad too.
Sydney Klinger with the ball for the Millers. And another turnover by Olivia Shank. Reagan Haney is able to knock that away and secure possession for the Millers. Sydney Klinger takes control and finds Emma Potter. Emma gets it inside to Brooke Miller. Shot on goal by Brooke Miller is unsuccessful, but Chloe Barnett comes away with it. And the Millers will maintain possession here behind their net with a foul on the Royals.
Nice look by Emma Potter to find Brooke Miller in front of the goal. Good shot. Nice defensive play by the goalie.
Turnover by Sydney Klinger goes to the Royals, and Ellie Nawa is going to bring it across midfield.
We saw this the other night with Guerin. Hamilton Southeastern does a really good job of closing those passing lanes, and the Millers are going to have to do a better job. They're telegraphing their passes, and it makes it easy for the defenders to get their stick up. And, to blunt that, you're going to have to make a fake before you throw the ball and make the defense work a lot harder than they've done so far. Millers have had 3 turnovers on 2 possessions so far.
Miller's a little tentative in the early going. They will definitely look to turn that around and settle in as we go forward. Chloe Zott with the ball for the Royals. Really nice pass. She gets it in front of the net. Shot on goal by number 21, Sam Borgert, is saved by junior Maddie Reel for the Millers.
Sam Borgert's a junior, and she's a commit to Eastern Michigan, who's starting a Division I lacrosse program next year.
Lindsey Wilson comes away with it for the Millers. Nice defensive play. Lindsey's going to get it up ahead to Reagan Haney. Reagan brings it across the restraining line, looking for some transition offense. Reagan's going to bring it back around behind the net. Gets it to junior Maya Hill. Knocked away, and there's that Olivia Schenk again coming away with the turnover for the Royals. Millers will look to pressure Olivia as she brings it upfield. Nice play on the sideline by Emma Potter to knock the ball away. Chasing it down, Royals come up with it.
This is one of the areas for Noblesville that they really needed to excel at, is this transition space. Real opportunity for them to win balls in that are on the ground, and that's going to be a real catalyst for them to get into that offensive space. They didn't come up with that one that time, but nice to see the aggressiveness from them on that. And that was one of those areas that in the Guerin game, both HSE and Guerin struggled a little bit in that midfield space, possessing the ball, leading to a lot of back and forth and turnovers. But so far, HSE is doing a better job of controlling the ball, and the Millers are going to have to do a better job. Nice move.
Chloe Zott reverse pivots, and she's going to be on the attack, and she is going to score her first goal of the contest. Chloe gives the Royals their third goal. They lead the Millers in the early going here 3-0. I want to take a moment to thank sponsor Noblesville Trophies. Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies and corporate awards. Noblesville Trophies provides you with same-day service for those last-minute decisions. Contact them at 317-773-7391 or check them out online at www.noblesvilletrophies.com. Got to be a little bit of a gut check here for the number one seed, Jeff, to see if they can bounce back and battle back with this early Royals lead.
Absolutely. 3 goals is certainly a doable distance.
Ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be awarded to the Royals. Last touch by the Millers.
I think Maddie got the ball in the direction that she wanted to on that draw, Maddie Christie. Just couldn't get out there to track it down.
All right, the Royals will settle in on offense. Meanwhile, the Millers will look to get their defense set and give their offense an opportunity to cut into this Royals lead. Pass goes looking for Chloe Zott, and that falls into the care of goalie Maddie Reel, and the Millers will look to clear. Royals defending well, and Maddie content to hold on with the ball.
This is where it's really critical to make good decisions in this space. Tough pass, nice
play. Really nice catch by Natalie Blackburn. Freshman Natalie Blackburn has checked in the game for the Millers. She's going to look to bring the ball across midfield. And Natalie brings it across the restraining line, and the Millers will look to get organized and see if they can get on the board in this sectional final contest. Senior Emma Potter has the ball. She is on the attack. She's going to pull it back out. Triple team, triple quadruple team. The flag goes up, and Emma Potter is going to be awarded a free position scoring opportunity for the Millers. Emma with 47 goals on the season will look to notch her 48th. Emma attacks. Ball comes loose. And a foul there on the Royals. So freshman Natalie Blackburn will have possession.
Did she take the shot or did she drop that one?
I think that one slipped out. Potter to Blackburn. Shot on goal. And that's going to roll out of bounds and be awarded to the Millers, as Emma Potter was closest to the end line when the ball exited the field of play.
Nice cut by Natalie Blackburn. Nice pass. Just just missed the goal on that one.
We have just under 16 minutes left to play in this first half of action. The Royals lead 3-0. Potter with the ball, looking for Chloe Barnett. Reagan Haney comes away with it.
This is a much better possession for the Millers. Really looking to move the ball offensively with some passes. Nice look in front of the goal again.
Yep, Haney to Klinger to Maya Hill. That one comes loose, and Klinger will possess and bring it behind the net. Over to Reagan Haney. Reagan Haney looks to attack. Reagan shoots. And there's a save by senior goalie Chloe Maddox. Now the Royals will look to clear, and the Millers will look to apply the pressure and create a turnover. And the Royals are able to clear. Ball is loose, and is going to go out of bounds off of Chloe Zott, giving the Millers possession. A better offensive possession there.
Much
with
better.
A couple shots on goal.
So one of the things you want to watch in that midfield space, one of the things we saw HSE do last time was they foul to slow the speed of play down, and if you do too many of those, they can the officials can step in and give you a whistle for that, and also give you a green card, which is a 1-minute penalty. Player down.
Senior Brooke Miller with the ball for the Millers. She kicks it over to Natalie Blackbird.
Seeing HSE continue that really strong defense into those passing lanes, they've already knocked down at least 3 passes.
Klinger gets it to Chloe Barnett. Barnett back to Klinger. Klinger finds Maya Hill.
So we've got a 3-second call, which means that one of the HSE players was not guarding her girl close enough. She was packed inside the 8-meter, which will allow a free position shot. Well, no, not a free position on this one, but penalty for Maya Hill to bring the ball out.
And Maya will possess it for the Millers. She finds, looking for senior Brooke Miller.
So if you're the Millers right now, remain calm, take one possession at a time, and get yourself back in the game. You're only down 3 goals. For HSE, just keep doing what you've been doing. Good aggressive defense. Boom. Nice.
And a pass by senior Sydney Klinger to Emma Potter. Really nice execution there. And Sydney Klinger is going to add to her single season record assist total. And Emma Potter notches her 48th goal on the season for the Millers. The Royals now lead 13-1, and we have just over
3-1.
I'm sorry, 33-1. With just I was getting ready to say just over 13 minutes to play. We want to take a moment to thank Gaylor Electric, the highest performing national contractor of excellence since 1984. Gaylor Electric's success continues to be built upon the cornerstone of reliable resources, reliable outcomes, reliable insights, fueled by our genuine care for people. Gaylor Electric, along with Chuck Goodrich, President and CEO, are proud sponsors of Hamilton County sports.
That was just a really nice pass and catch and really quick stick. She caught it and shot it at the same time. So nice play by the Millers. Good offensive series for them. Now that they can win this draw and get another series here, that would change the dynamic a bit.
Draw control is going to be huge, and that Emma Potter does come away with that one. So Millers get their first draw control, well, I guess their second draw control of the game. Emma Potter gets it to senior Brooke Miller. Brooke Miller on the attack. She's going to take a shot, and she's going to put it in the back of the net. Brooke Miller with the goal for the Millers, and they strike again quickly to cut into that Royals lead. It is now a 3-2 lead for the Millers, and the Millers just need to get consistent with draw control.
That was a really nice shot by Brooke Miller. I mean, that thing rifled into the net. Interesting to note, I mean, we're only talking about less than 20 seconds in between goals. So the ability to score quickly for the Millers has HSE huddling up there to consider what they've been doing on defense. And as we've talked about, this draw control absolutely makes a difference.
And that ball is still loose. Natalie Blackburn has it temporarily and then is able to secure it. She looks for Reagan Haney. We'll see if Reagan can come away with it. She does. A really nice pass up ahead to Emma Potter, giving the Millers a chance for some transition offense here. That one gets knocked away, but we have a foul on the Royals, and that will give a free position scoring opportunity to Emma Potter. This will be her second free position scoring opportunity on the contest. Emma Potter with the shot, and it is saved by Chloe Maddox for the Royals. And Maddox will look to clear. Ball is loose temporarily, but that's going to fall into the care of Sydney Sheena for the Royals. She gets it ahead to Ellie Nawa. Aubrey Arms defends for the Millers. Shani Cornell steps in, and a shot on goal by Ellie Nawa is able to get past Maddie Reel, and that will extend the Royals' lead to 4-2. Since the establishment of Church, Hiddle, and Antrim in 1880, our neighbors, community leaders, businesses, and school districts have placed their trust in us to solve their most challenging legal issues. We have a rich history of helping our clients when they need it most. Give us a call at 317-773-2190 or simply visit our website at www.cchalaw.com. We're just under 12 minutes to play in this first half of action.
Nice answer by HSE to stop the run by the Millers. It looked like the Millers were going to be able to draw even there on that possession and just didn't do it. So good job by HSE to get the ball up the field and get the score.
That's Ellie Nawa's second goal on the contest, and a quick transition strike by the Royals.
Nice
Draw
block
control.
out by
Yep.
Natalie Blackburn on that play.
Oh, and they're going to actually award that, though, to the Royals. Olivia Schenk will look for Ellie Nawa, Reagan Haney, and Emma Potter on the double team. But a foul is whistled, and possession will stay with Ellie Nawa for the Royals.
Nice double team. We talked about that. One of the things for the Millers that's really important is that space between the 30s. They need to be very aggressive to maybe force a turnover, but so far, HSE is doing a really nice job of controlling it.
Okay, shot on goal is wide, and that's going to go out of bounds, but will be awarded to the Royals.
So that's one of those rules in girls lacrosse. When a shot goes out of bounds, the player that's closest to the ball as it goes out of bounds is awarded the ball, so it could be offense or defense. And usually you'll see most teams in the offensive set, they usually have somebody back because you want to maximize your scoring opportunities. And you know, the defense is really focused on everything that's happening in front of the goal.
Jeff, so we watched the rhythm of this game. The Royals got off to a quick start against Guerin in the semifinals, and Guerin was just never able to get the stops they needed to cut into that lead. So we'll see if the Millers are able to respond to this quick start and see if they're able to get a few stops and result in get some scoring opportunities.
HSE showing good patience here on this offensive set, handling the ball really well, better than they did against the Guerin in the Guerin game. So that's one of those things that Noblesville is going to have to really ratchet up their defense if they want to create some turnovers.
Yeah, Sam Borger was open there, cutting through the lane, but the pass went away just in the nick of time to prevent the Royals from seeing that opening. Chloe Zott with the ball, and the defense provided by Mallory Miller there, and it is going to be a Royals goal. They will extend their lead to 5-2, and Chloe Zott now with 2 goals on the contest.
That was a really tough goal by Zott. Nice defense by Mallory Miller. She cut her angle off, and Zott really had nowhere to go, but she was able to force her way through, and she's a strong player and put the shot in behind our goalie.
I want to thank our sponsor, Carpenter Realtor, Jamie Carmesino. If you're planning to make a move, why not call a realtor with hometown experience? Jamie Carmesino has connections and a commitment to the community. She's raised 3 Noblesville Miller athletes and is ready to help you with your real estate needs. If you're looking for a realtor, call Carmo at 317-490-3735.
So they called a penalty on that goal, a foul after the shot.
Oh, nice deflection there by Brooke Miller. Knocks it loose.
Which allowed HSC to have the draw control.
Ashley Springer with the ball for the Royals.
This will be an important series for Noblesville to see if they can get a stop. A save there by Maddie Reel on the shot as she came around the cage. Chloe Zott, senior, she is going to be headed to St. Bonaventure next year.
Ellie Nawa with the ball for the Royals. We're under 9 minutes to play in the first half.
We talked about creating those turnovers in that offensive space. The Millers have knocked the ball down a few times. They just haven't been able to pick it up. And that's what's one of those big key differences. Nice hustle.
Double team by the Millers. Tough call there. Tough call there for the Millers. With 2 goals on the game, Chloe Zott now has 199 career points.
That's quite a milestone.
She will be looking to get her 200th, and the Millers will be looking to prevent that. Ellie now with the ball. She flips it to Zott. Little pick and roll. Mallory Miller steps in, knocks it away, and is going to come away with the turnover by the Millers. And that is Delaney Mullen providing pressure for the Royals. And Miller will get it up ahead to Chloe Barnett. Chloe Barnett looks for Reagan Haney, not able to get there. Maya Hill fights for it, and I think the Royals may come away with this one, but senior Brooke Miller is hustling over. That is number 18, Kendall Borgert, with the ball for the Royals. She's going to look to pass ahead. That's going to come loose. It's going to be picked up by Maddie Christie. Maddie moves in, shoots on goal. That one comes off. Maya Hill's looking to pick it up, but pops away and falls into the care of 26, Ava Bruick for the Royals. Chloe Barnett was able to deflect that, but the Royals maintain possession and will look to get the ball up to Ellie Nawa, who will bring it across midfield.
Another opportunity there for the Millers. Good defensive play by Mallory Miller that started that transition.
Yep.
And just a miss on that pass in the offensive space. So Millers look like they're starting to pick up the pace a little bit defensively. Now they just need their offense to kick up. I was going to say, this game reminds me a lot of the other night against HSE versus Guerin. HSE got off to a really strong start and really put the pressure on Guerin to fight back, and they just kind of maintained that margin the whole game. And it's kind of looking like that right now.
And Chloe Zott with the assist, and she was able to find Delaney Mullen in front of the goal. And with that assist, Chloe Zott will reach that milestone of 200 points for her career. So congratulations to Chloe on an incredible high school career. And as far as tonight's concerned, more importantly, extends that Royals lead to 6-2.
And that's what we're talking about. You know, they've been winning the draw controls. They've been not having empty possessions. The Millers have had probably 4 or 5 empty possessions. So you take 4 possessions and you score, that's 6-6. So the Royals are executing their game plan again tonight very nicely at the expense of the Millers.
Millers continue to stick with that defensive alignment. They have 5 defenders, 3 midfielders, and 3 attack. And Natalie Blackburn will fight for it, but Olivia Schenk will come away with it for the Royals. Another draw control for the Royals. Royals will be patient here on the offensive end with the 4-goal lead. We're now under 6 minutes to play. And passes, looks for Ellie Nawa. And it gets knocked away briefly. Ellie comes up with it and is able to put it in the back of the net. And that's Ellie's 3rd goal on the contest. And the Royals now lead 7-2. Hamilton County TV is supported by Visit Hamilton County. Hamilton County attractions, hotels, and restaurants are following the Hoosier Hospitality Promise health and safety guidelines. Check out everything there is to see and do on spring break at visithamiltoncounty.com. And the Millers will take a timeout, trailing 7-2.
So Coach Mitchell is going to really be talking to them about calming down. The Millers look a little tentative out there. They're not throwing and catching the ball very well. Now credit HSC for their defensive pressure on that. They've knocked down a few balls, but the Millers have had several scoring opportunities and just come up empty. She's going to really be talking to them about putting the extra pressure between the 30s to create some turnovers. They've got to get a draw control is what they're talking about. And then defensively, their slides have got to move. They've got to follow their player through who's cutting through. They've got to slide over and help on defense and not put their goalie. I'd say, 3 or 4 of those goals have been directly in front of the goalie. So for HSC, you're thrilled right now. You've got a 5-goal lead. You've disrupted the rhythm of the Millers, which is really what you want to do. They did a great job of that against Guerin last week. They're winning those draw controls. They're winning the 50-50 balls, and those are always critical. And their defense is holding up under the attack pressure.
Absolutely, and thinking back to the first time when, of course, the Millers and Royals met early in the season, but it seemed that in that contest, the Royals had difficulty defending without fouling. They gave the Millers free position scoring opportunity after free position scoring opportunity, which will really help the Millers get into a rhythm and led to that 15-6 victory for the Millers.
And so far, the Millers have been their own worst enemy. Dropped balls inside the 8 in front of the goal, and just not taking good care of the ball. So for HSC, continue what you're doing. Continue to possess the ball well, which is what they've been doing. I can only think of a couple of situations where the Millers have knocked the ball loose in that defensive setting. A couple times Mallory Miller, I think she has 3 forced turnovers. So she's definitely making a headway in that defensive space, but they've got to win those loose balls. Those 50-50 balls are critical.
Absolutely. No question that the Millers have the firepower to get back into this contest. Looks like Maddie Christie is going to take this draw for the Millers. It's under 6 minutes to play in this first half of action, and as we get ready to resume action, we want to thank sponsor Van Osdal and Farrar. Van Osdal and Farrar is a proud sponsor of Hamilton County Television. Van Osdal and Farrar is a 106-year-old Indiana company specializing in information, communication, print, and business processes. We are business technology simplified. Visit our website for more info at www.vanosdal.com. Ellie Nawa will be on the draw control for the Royals. Ball goes in the direction of Emma Cotter, but it's going to be Olivia Schenk with another draw control.
That's the 7th draw control, so 70% draw control win ratio for HSE. That spells very good success and certainly fits their game plan. They did a super job against Guerin, and they're continuing that pressure. One of the other differences that we're seeing from the last game between these two teams is sophomore Ellie Nawa. She was unavailable to play due to injury.
Double team by the Millers. Shot on goal by the Royals is going to be wide left. Chloe Zott there by the end line is going to allow the Royals to secure another possession. Under 5 minutes to play in the first half.
it'll be interesting to see how they utilize the clock in this game. If you remember the last game before the half and toward the end of the game, they kept pressuring the offense instead of running the clock. You have a 5-goal lead. 5-goal leads in lacrosse are really tough to come back from. So really the enemy at this point is clock. So run as much clock as you can.
I think the Millers are going to be awarded this one. The shot on goal there by number 20, Delaney Mullen, sails over the net. And Emma Potter with the ball for the Millers. We have 4.5 minutes left to play. Potter brings the ball, defended by Chloe Zott. Potter still with the ball. Triple team by the Royals. Whistle on the Royals. Potter will get it to Aubrey Arms, and the junior brings it across the restraining line for the Millers and gets it over to Reagan Haney. Millers need a goal, Jeff.
They do need to stop the momentum. Emma Hammond in the game number 24 took a good look there to Reagan Haney, who was cutting.
Turnover by the Millers. That's going to get to Olivia Schenk, and Olivia Schenk is going to find, that would be Stella Fisher. Fisher gets it ahead to Borgert. Borgert to Zott. Zott gets it ahead to Caitlin Carter. Millers hustle back to provide the transition defense.
The second interception by Sam Borgert.
And that one's going to hit the post, and Millers had an opportunity there, but the Royals are going to come away with the ball yet again. So an opportunity, Jenna Jenkins came away with it for the Royals there.
That shot bounced off a couple parts of the pipe.
Under 3 minutes to play.
Hamilton Southeastern's controlled the tempo of the game. They've controlled the time of possession. And the Millers have just not been able to find a way to crack the code so far. I think I was saying Sam Borgert had a second interception there.
Nice save by Maddie Reel. That was a shot on goal by Olivia Schenk for the Royals. Reel will look to clear. She gets it to Sydney Klinger, and Sydney Klinger looking for Aubrey Arms. And turnover by the Royals. Olivia Schenk comes away with it and gets it to Ellie Nawa.
Olivia Schenk's got several ground balls already and 3 draw controls. So she continues her solid play in the midfield.
She's had a great sectional tournament, no doubt about it.
So far, the Royals have had 11 shots to Noblesville's 2, 4, 6, 7. So it wasn't for lack of opportunities for the Millers. They just weren't able to convert so far in this half. HSE would love to, I would think, run as much clock as possible here, but no.
And another save by Maddie Reel. So Maddie Reel's able to come up with 2 quick saves, but not able to get the clear. It gets it, the turnover there created by Stella Fisher. Junior attack for the Royals. Under 1.5 minutes to play.
In my mind, I would like to run as much time as I could and try to score toward the end of the half instead of giving them that opportunity to pick the ball up again.
All right, so Maddie Reel has it. She gets it over to senior Cheney Cornell, a key defender for the Millers. And Cornell will bring it up. Stick to the face there by the Royals goes uncalled. You can see Cheney readjusting her face mask. Another whistle on the Royals. We'll give the ball back to Cornell. Cornell gets it ahead. Tries to find Emma Hammond, but there's a turnover, and that's going to go to Chloe Zott, and it's going to be one-on-one. Zott and Miller. Miller is going to knock it away. Nice defensive play, but a foul called on Mallory Miller. Royals lead 7-2 and will have the ball. Sam Borger brings us across the restraining line, looks for Zott. Millers will look to double team. .30 seconds left to play in the first half. we come down towards the end, we want to thank sponsor Schwartz's Bait and Tackle, Wofford Outdoor Theater, and also Yancey's Fine Apparel and Tuxedo Rentals. Millers knocked the ball loose. It's still loose. 10 seconds left to play in the first half, and Cheney Cornell comes away with it for the Millers. And that should do it for the first half of action. Cheney Cornell will throw it ahead to Emma Hammond, and that is the halftime horn with the Hamilton Southeastern Royals leading the Noblesville Millers 7-2. You are watching Indiana High School.
When medical care is needed, where will you turn? With Community's Connect to Care program, one call or click finds you the closest open appointment. Request a time yourself, or let us do it. From a primary care doctor or virtual visit to a med check or community clinic at Walgreens. Just call or click. You can go right to our website or to me. Connect to Care from Community.
We received a lot of feedback from our members and families that, sorry, I get really choked up about this, that their youth were declining in their social settings, that they were struggling in school. And I think people don't realize how much youth need this.
So the Boys and Girls Club is dedicated to inspiring and enabling all young people to reach their full potential. And we focus on academic success, healthy lifestyles, and good character and citizenship. We've had to find new fun and engaging activities for the kids that limit touching. We've done a lot of tag with pool noodles, so they're not actually touching each other and they're keeping a distance. So our team's been very creative in coming up with those new ideas to keep the kids having fun while they're here.
Going to school, you're going home, you're going to school, you're going home. They're missing out on problem solving. They're missing out on social setting with peers that isn't in a school setting. It's huge. It has a lot of benefits that I think seeing that in March where we kind of missed out, it showed the impact that having a Boys and Girls Club or an outreach center has for youth.
It really has had an implication on our overall budget, and I think that's probably something across the board for any business that's still trying to be operational right now. You're adding cleaning protocols, you're adding additional staff. To do those cleaning protocols, we're adding additional staff to get our ratios lower so that there's less contact tracing to be done if something were to arise.
So having the funds to be able to reconnect when that time comes is going to be huge because we need to recruit them back in. It's very pivotal that they have this in after school hours for them to be successful.
We get amazing support from this community, and we are just extremely grateful for that and hope that we can continue to count on people as we go further down this road with the pandemic and not knowing kind of where that end point's going to be.
There's a lot of our youth that aren't able to use our services currently, and whenever we can get back to normal, we need to get our youth back into our buildings.
I think the kids need the outlet, and I think they need the connectivity, and I think that's two of the huge things that we can provide for them.
For the past several months, I've been my kids' everything.
Their teacher.
Library media specialist.
Food service.
Building maintenance.
Nurse.
PE teacher.
But I'm about to get a well-deserved timeout. With my kids back in school, I can do what I do best, be a mom. But it's up to me and you to keep our kids in school. And to do that, we're going to have to show some class. That means checking their temperature in the morning. Anything above 100 degrees means our children need to stay home. We need to lead by example by wearing our masks and modeling good social distancing to our kids. We need to make sure our kids avoid crowds and large gatherings outside of school. That includes slumber parties, playdates, and family reunions. We need to schedule a test for anyone in our family who may be exhibiting signs of COVID. For kids, those symptoms will include fever, fatigue, and a change in taste and smell. And let's be sure to keep our kids home if they're waiting for COVID test results or just feel crummy. So join me in having some class by supporting our educators and keeping our kids in school.
You know, when Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street Signs and Banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
And we want to welcome you back to this evening's broadcast of Indiana High School Girls Lacrosse right here on Hamilton County TV, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating over 29 years in business as we get ready for this second half of action in this sectional final contest between the Noblesville Millers and the Hamilton Southeastern Royals. We want to take a moment to thank all of our great sponsors, including Noblesville Trophies, Gaylor Electric, Chuck Goodrich, President and CEO, Van Osdal and Farrar Incorporated, We Are Business Technology Simplified, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Jamie Carmesino, Carpenter Realtor, visit hamiltoncounty.com, Schwartz's Bait and Tackle, the Hamilton County Reporter, Yancey's Tuxedo Rentals, and Wofford Theater Outdoor Movies. So, Jeff, as we were talking off the air at halftime there, the Millers cut the lead to 3-2, and then the Royals had 4 unanswered goals to finish off the first half.
The Millers last scored at 12:53 in the half, and then the rest of that half was really dominated by HSC as they scored 4 goals. Ellie Nawa has 3 goals for Hamilton Southeastern. Chloe Zott has 2 goals and an assist, and along with Jenna Jenkins and Delaney Mullen, each rounding out the scoring for Hamilton Southeastern. The Millers have 2 goals, one by Emma Potter off an assist from Sydney Klinger, and then Brooke Miller scored. The draw control story, I think I said a little bit before half, is about 70% running for HSE. At halftime, the Millers have got themselves a pretty big hole here, a 5-goal deficit, not insurmountable. Cathedral came back from a 5-goal deficit last night to win in overtime, so that's encouraging for the Millers. At halftime, they have really got to focus on possessing the ball. The Millers did not take good care of the ball, and HSE punished them for that. And HSE has done a very good job of possessing the ball, having long possessions, and finishing with scores. And the Millers in the second half are not going to be able to come away with empty possessions. And defensively, they're going to have to make some stops to get themselves back in the game. And it's all going to start right at the draw control. If they can start to change the dynamic off the draw and start to win the 50-50 balls, they can get themselves back into the game. If you're HSE, keep doing what you're doing. Let the Millers implode on themselves and continue to pick up those 50-50 balls, win the draw control, possess the ball with good possessions, and come away with goals. At the end of the half, HSE had the chance to run out the clock, about 3 or 4 minutes of solid possession, and they took 2 or 3 shots, and the Millers were able to get the ball. If they do that in the second half, it could come back to haunt them, because on these goals scored, the clock stops, and with a 5-goal lead, the clock is really your friend if you're HSE. So you have to utilize that friend as much as possible.
Absolutely, and
the Millers scored both of those goals within 20 seconds of one another. So my point there is, if you allow the clock to stop and you have a team that can strike quickly, the dynamic of a 5-goal lead could evaporate. So for HSE, they need to keep the pressure on. For the Millers, they need to turn up the pressure.
Absolutely. And those turnovers were very uncharacteristic for the Millers. Not something that they struggled with over the course of the season. But just as in the semifinal matchup against Guerin, Hamilton Southeastern is playing very aggressively, very physically, and applying great pressure.
They do a nice job of recognizing passers. Millers are going to have to do a better job of not telegraphing their passes. And so I think that's a good scouting on HSE's part to recognize that the tendencies of the Millers when it looks like they're going to pass the ball, they jump that passing lane. And so what if you miss? You knock the ball down, you disrupt their offense, continue to do it until you get burned.
As we get ready for the second half of action, I want to mention a few of more of our sponsors here on Hamilton County TV. Schwartz's Bait and Tackle sells live bait, name brand tackle, and almost everything you need for your fishing excursions. They are quickly becoming the #1 place for all of your fishing needs, and they are also there to inform you of all that you're going to need for a great day on the water. But you can also get propane refills, U-Haul rentals, packing and moving materials, and motorhome rentals. That's Schwartz's Bait and Tackle, located in Noblesville at 118 Cicero Road on State Road 19. As you plan your summer, don't forget that there are free 2021 outdoor movies in your car at the Hamilton County 4-H Fairgrounds, brought to you by Wofford Theater, and that's from Friday, May 21st to June 25th. For more information or to sponsor, visit www.woffordtheater.com. First draw control of the second half goes to the Millers. Natalie Blackburn gets it to Emma Potter, and Emma's going to bring it across her straining line whistle on the Royals. Potter will possess and move it into the offensive zone. She looks for Reagan Haney and then reverse pivots. Potter attacks. Kicks it over to Reagan Haney. Reagan looks to take it behind the goal. Whistle on the Royals.
We talked about this before in the first game. The Royals were very physical to the point where it was detrimental to them. But at this point, keep doing what you're doing until that dynamic changes. There's no reason to stop.
Potter to Haney. Haney looks to penetrate. Nothing there, so she gets it to Maya Hill. Maya Hill looking for Sydney Klinger. Again, got to be careful not to telegraph those passes. The Royals are quick to the passing lanes. And Klinger to Barnett. Shot on goal is saved by senior Chloe Maddox.
Good look by Sydney Klinger to find Chloe Barnett. Nice save by Maddox in goal.
The Royals will look to clear, and Maddox is able to get it out. Olivia Schenk now with the ball. She's going to bring it across her restraining line. Really nice catch by Schenk.
It was a nice catch.
Schenk's going to find Chloe Zott. Chloe Zott is going to score for the Royals, extending that lead to 8-2. Want to be sure to thank another great sponsor, Yancey's Fine Apparel and Tuxedos Rentals. Yancey's has been doing business in Noblesville for over 50 years, now located inside of Logan Street Signs and Banners. Enter the north side door and give Dan a call at 317-773-2973.
Nice job by the Royals to break the defense in the midfield, get the ball up quickly. Schenk with a nice look to Zott, who finished it in front of the goal.
Absolutely. Nice transition offense. So nice shot on goal by the Millers. The Royals are able to get a quick clear and get it ahead to Schenk, and ultimately resulting in Chloe Zott's third goal on the contest. Emma Potter on the draw for the Millers, and that'll be Ellie Nawa for the Royals. First draw control of the second half went to the Millers, and they will try to look to continue that And the ball gets knocked away, and I think Natalie Blackburn's going to come away with that for the Millers. Freshman Natalie Blackburn. A little bit of an unforced error there, but she is able to maintain possession. Double team by the Royals will put Blackburn on the ground, but the ball will continue to stay with the Millers. Nice pass there from Haney to Emma Potter.
That's one of the better transitions for the Millers in the game so far.
All right, Emma Potter now looks to penetrate. Haney cuts through the lane, and followed by Natalie Blackburn. Pass to Natalie Blackburn by Potter. Blackburn is going to bring it back out, but I think we have a whistle on the Royals. We'll wait to see what the
3-second call again.
3-second call on the Royals.
So on that possession, as they were bringing up the ball, two fouls. If they get that third one in between those 30s, it'll be interesting to see if there'll be a whistle for delay of game fouling.
Sydney Klinger with the ball for the Millers, and we are back in play.
Good double team by the Royals.
Nice pass by Klinger to Haney. Reagan Haney will look to penetrate, and she's going to back it back out and kick it over to Klinger.
The Millers really need to, they needed to get a score that time.
And Ashley Springer comes away with that turnover by the Royals. She gets it ahead to Ellie Nawa. Nawa uses her quickness to bring it across the restraining line. There's a deflection on the play by Mallory Miller. The Millers need to come away with this ball and just not able to get the ground balls. Whistle on the Millers.
Nice hustle by Mallory Miller to stop the play, at least slow it down. They didn't get the ground ball, but at least they could reset their defense here. Again, another empty possession by the Millers. It's been 5 unanswered goals dating back to the 11-minute mark of the first half, 12-minute mark roughly. And the Millers have not been able to answer the call here.
Ellie Nawa looks to penetrate, and that shot is wide, and Maddie Reel is going to clear it for the Millers. Once again, tonight, Hamilton County, this presentation is brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating over 29 years in business. Logan Street Signs and Banners specialize in last-minute signage and banners, serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. You can contact them at 317-773-7200 and visit their website at www.loganstreetsigns.com. Nice catch by Haney. And she's going to get it over to Emma Potter as the Millers are on the attack. Potter brings it across the restraining line and will look to penetrate. Royals will have the double team on her. Potter reverses field. Comes in front of the goal. Shot on goal by Emma Potter, and she is able to put that one in the back of the net for the Millers. That's Potter's second goal on the contest and the third overall for the Millers. The Royals now lead 8-3 with just over 20 minutes to play in the second half.
That was a goal the Millers absolutely needed to have and to stop the bleeding and cut the lead back to 5. And now they've got to really focus possession after possession.
Absolutely. We want to thank sponsor Noblesville Trophies. Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies and corporate awards. Noblesville Trophies provide you with same-day service for those last-minute decisions. Contact Noblesville Trophies at 317-773-7391 or check them out online at www.noblesvilletrophies.com. Emma Potter comes to the sideline here for the Millers. And we will have Maddie Christie now on the draw for the Millers. Also in midfield right now, Reagan Haney and Natalie Blackburn. And we'll see who's able to possess this draw control. That's going to be offsides there on the Millers. That's going to give possession to the Royals. And the Royals will bring it across the restraining line. Ellie Nawa with the ball for the Royals.
Miller's closing the gap a little bit on draw controls here in this half, but it hasn't translated into scoring at the other end. They still have had a couple of empty possessions. Nice defense by the Millers.
Yep, and that's going to get knocked away from Chloe Zott. Mallory Miller's going to come away with it. Really, Cheney Cornell with the forced turnover there. Miller gets it ahead to Cornell, and Cornell will look to bring it upfield for the Millers. Cornell with a nice pass ahead to Natalie Blackburn. Blackburn brings it across midfield. Whistle on the Royals.
Nice job by Natalie Blackburn. She got the foul. She just kept on using the free movement and took the ball up the field while the defense was just kind of lagging behind. So
Maya Hill with the ball for the Millers. Maya Hill looking for Reagan Haney. And that's going to end up at the stick of Sydney Klinger. Sydney looks for Chloe Barnett. Nice catch by Chloe Barnett, and she's going to be awarded with a free position scoring opportunity for the Millers. Under 19 minutes to play in the second half of action, the Royals lead here in this sectional final 8-3, and the Millers will have a free position scoring opportunity. It is on the stick of freshman Chloe Barnett. Chloe attacks, shoots, and another save by goalie Chloe Maddox, but whistle on the play is going to result in
shooting space call on that one.
As we used to say in the neighborhood, do-over. Jeff?
It is a do-over.
This time, Chloe Barnett shoots. It is high, but the Millers will maintain possession. Millers have not been successful on free position scoring opportunities thus far.
No, Chloe Maddox is doing a nice job in goal for HSC tonight. So
and
a few saves.
Reagan Haney kicks it to Maddie Christie. Maddie looks for Haney. Oh. See what we have for the call here. All right, the Millers are going to have possession here behind the net. Maddie Christie with a nice pass to Reagan Haney. Reagan not able to come up with it before she put the shot on goal, and that's going to go to Sydney Klinger. Brooke Miller, senior Brooke Miller, has it for the Millers. Brooke with 1 goal on the contest.
Millers have done a nice job of finding somebody in front of the goal. They just still haven't been able to finish. Credit Hamilton Southeastern's defense. Doing a nice job of collapsing on goal shooters, and then Chloe Maddox in goal is doing a nice job defending. Nice job there by Maddie Christie.
Another pass by Sydney Klinger to Maddie Christie. So the Millers are going to have their 3rd free position scoring opportunity really on this particular possession. Maddie Christie on the attack. Another save by goalie Chloe Maddox. Millers are able to come away with it, though. Chloe Barnett now has it behind the net. She finds Natalie Blackburn. Natalie pressured by 17 Ava Ewing for the Royals. She's going to get it to senior Sydney Klinger. Sydney finds Maya Hill. Maya's going to bring it across the face of the goal.
So you saw that play. Nice defense by Hamilton Southeastern. As Maya Hill caught the ball, there were 3 HSE defenders that immediately pounced on her.
Maya Hill with the free position scoring opportunity. That's going to go wide. Now Reagan Haney has it in front of the goal. She looks to shoot. Another save by Chloe Maddox. The senior is having a whale of a game in the goal. That ball is loose, and we're going to see who comes away with the 50-50 ball. And Ashley Springer comes away with it for the Royals. Reagan Haney applies the pressure. The ball comes loose. And that's going to be a whistle on the Royals. I believe they're going to give possession to 17 Ava Ewing. Millers will continue to look to pressure, and Ewing content to get the ball back to Chloe Maddox, and Maddox will look to clear for the Royals. Chloe Maddox doing a really nice job in the goal for the Royals tonight, Jeff.
I think she's up to about 8 saves by my count. Oh, wow. Nice
and a really nice clear as well. She gets it ahead to Stella Fisher. Stella brings it across midfield for the Royals, finds Ellie Nawa. The Royals will have a transition scoring opportunity on the stick of Chloe Zott. Looking for Nawa. The ball is loose. Mallory Miller pursues for Noblesville, and the ball goes out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be awarded to the Millers. So nice transition defense there by the Millers. Things looked bleak for a moment.
Nice job. Mallory Miller has been very active on defense tonight.
Good catch by Cheney Cornell.
And really forcing the action and busting up plays or slowing their rhythm down.
Reagan Haney brings it across the restraining line for the Millers. Yeah, that's going to be a foul. Ashley Springer whistled there for the Royals. We'll see where Reagan gets positioned. Right there, yep, she's going to get a free position scoring opportunity for Reagan Haney. The Millers need to capitalize on one of these, Jeff.
This is the one they really need. They need to cut the lead to 4, and they need to stop the clock here to give themselves a chance, and then they need another quick goal.
Reagan Haney on the attack. Reagan Haney shoots. Reagan Haney scores for the Millers, and that's going to be Reagan's first goal on the contest. That's going to cut the Royals' lead to 8-4. We're under 14 minutes to play in the second half of action. Jeff, 5 or 6 free position scoring opportunities this half, and the Millers were able to finally find the back of the net on that one. Timeout on the field. It gives us time to take a moment to thank our amazing sponsors. We're so thankful to bring you and have been able to bring you some amazing Indiana high school girls lacrosse games here from Beaver Field in Noblesville. And we have some very important people to thank, including Gaylor Electric, the highest performing national contractor of excellence. Since 1984, Gaylor Electric's success continues to be built upon the cornerstone of reliable resources, reliable outcomes, reliable insights, fueled by our genuine care for people. Gaylor Electric, along with Chuck Goodrich, President and CEO, are proud sponsors of Hamilton County sports. Speaking of proud sponsors, we also want to thank Church Hiddle and Antrim, attorneys at law. Since the establishment of Church Hiddle and Antrim in 1880, our neighbors, community leaders, businesses, and school districts have placed their trust in us to solve their most challenging legal issues. We have a rich history of helping our clients when they need it most. Give us a call at 317-773-2190 or simply visit our website at www.cchalaw.com. That's www.cchalaw.com. So, Millers have nibbled into that Royal lead here, coming up on a critical juncture of the game, Jeff.
The Millers were down 6. They've got it down to 4, so that's a good start for them. Better possessions on offense, and on defense, they've been able to slow Hamilton Southeastern down a little bit. Still a little shaky in the transition space for the Millers. Hamilton Southeastern's just every time the Millers put themselves in a position to score, they got 3 or 4 people right there in play to make something happen. So good job by HSC. One of the things that's so awesome is we're here at the field tonight, and it's a very full house of fans from both schools to watch lacrosse, and that's the beauty of high school sports in Indiana. And for a newer sport like lacrosse to generate this kind of attendance at a game is just amazing. And again, thanks to our sponsors at Hamilton County TV for broadcasting these games this season, and been a great partner, and just really appreciate all of their effort.
Speaking of great partners, Carpenter Realtor Jamie Carmesino is one of our proud sponsors. And if you're planning to make a move, why not call a realtor with hometown experience? Jamie Carmesino has connections and a commitment to the community. She's raised 3 Noblesville Miller athletes and is ready to help you with your real estate needs. If you're looking for a realtor, just call Carmo, 317-490-3735. Okay, another big draw control. Royals took a fairly quick timeout after the Millers scored the last 2 goals. So the Royals coaching staff definitely looking to avoid a momentum shift in this game.
Especially when they've been dominating the time of possession and everything else.
And another draw control for Ellie Nawa. Ellie having an incredibly strong sectional tournament play for her this over the last 2 games. She's going to send it over to teammate Chloe Zott, who is going to find Olivia Schenk. Jenna Jenkins has it now. Jenna Jenkins on the attack. Saved by junior Maddie Reel. So Maddie Reel picking up her play in the goal. She will look to clear. She's going to look for Mallory Miller. Mallory does a nice job knocking the ball down and possessing it. She's going to use her speed to cross midfield and to bring that ball across the restraining line. Mallory Miller still on the attack. Mallory Miller brings it in front of the goal. Ball gets knocked loose. It's going to be fought for, and that is that ball does the Royals, I believe, stepped out of bounds there while possessing the ball, so that's going to give it back to the Millers. Really nice play there by Mallory Miller. Great hustle. Mallory making some great hustle plays on the defensive end for the Millers. Reagan Haney has it now. Reagan looks to penetrate. She finds Emma Potter in front of the goal. She is I don't know what you call it when the entire team is defending her, Jeff, but there's a lot of them there. And Emma Potter takes a shot on goal. That is a save, yet another save by Chloe Maddox. And the Millers, that ball crosses the end line. And last touch by the Royals, so that will be given to the Millers. Emma Potter with the ball.
2 lucky breaks by the Millers on in-line possessions.
Shot on goal by Emma Potter as she is falling to the ground. Side arm flings it towards the net, and that skips past Chloe Maddox, and that gives the Millers their 3rd goal since halftime, cutting into that Royals lead. It is now 8-5 with just over 12 minutes to play. Hamilton County TV is supported by Visit Hamilton County. And why wouldn't you visit Hamilton County? Hamilton County attractions, hotels, and restaurants are following the Hoosier Hospitality Promise health and safety guidelines. Check out everything there is to see and do this spring at visithamiltoncounty.com. Yep. That would be Emma Potter's 50th goal on the season, her 3rd goal on the contest. And the Millers have cut into that lead again. It is now 8-5. Want to mention our sponsor, Van Osdal and Farrar. Van Osdal and Farrar is a proud sponsor of Hamilton County Television. Van Osdal and Farrar is a 106-year-old Indiana company specializing in information, communication, print, and business processes. We are business technology simplified. Visit our website for more information at www.vanosdal.com. That's VANAUSDALL.com.
This is a critical possession for both teams. If the Millers can gain the draw control and get another score, we're looking at a much different game.
That one's knocked loose. Ellie Nawa, the magician at midfield, comes away with yet another draw control for the Royals. Talk about a key possession. And Ellie Nawa is able to secure that one for the Royals. And as the clock ticks, we are approaching 11.5 minutes to play in the second half, with Southeastern leading Noblesville 8-5.
Southeastern really does need to utilize as much clock as possible.
Mallory Miller with the defensive assignment on Chloe Zott this evening, and that ball is going to be awarded back to the Royals. The shot on goal ends up going out over the sideline here.
Actually, that ball should have gone back to Noblesville because she made a play on the ball and she didn't get it. She tried to knock it back in bounds. Had she just let it go out, then it absolutely would have been blue ball. But
Emma Potter provides pressure there for the Millers. Schenk gets it over to Nawa. Nawa moving to her right, defended by Aubrey Arms. Gets it to Chloe Zott, who's defended by Mallory Miller.
Another ball on the ground, and Noblesville is not able to corral it. That pass was high.
Yeah, Millers have not been quick to the ball this evening. And Royals coming away with those 50-50 balls. Stella Fisher earns that one for the Royals. Finds Chloe Zott in front of the net, and that one is just too tough for Maddie Reel to defend. So, Jeff, you talk about a key possession there with just over 10 minutes to play. The Royals now lead the Millers 9-5, and that's Chloe Zott's 4th goal on the contest.
Millers are in a real big hole here, and not a lot of time to finish, so they're going to have to work really hard here in the next few minutes. They need to maximize scoring opportunities. They need quick scores. They need very quick scores. They need to win possessions to get back in the game. If you're Southeastern, just continue to take time off the clock. That was they took about 2 minutes off the clock on that play. If they can do that each play, the clock is their friend still. So they need to manage their time very effectively, because the Millers can score quickly. They've put goals together pretty quickly in a couple-minute spans.
All right, that draw control is over towards Natalie Blackburn. Natalie does a nice job knocking it away and coming up with it, but she immediately falls to the ground and gives possession back to the Royals. The ball pops loose. That's going to find the stick of Chloe Zott for the Royals, and the Royals will ultimately come away with that draw and with possession. Ellie Nawa, the ball's knocked away by Emma Potter. Nawa comes away with it and gets it over to Sam Borgert. Big draw control there, which Natalie Blackburn had. She just lost her footing, and unfortunately the ball pops loose to the Royals.
That was a real big opportunity for the Millers to get themselves righted. And now they've got themselves in a tough spot where they're going to be chasing the ball for the next 9 minutes.
Yep.
Everywhere it goes. And Southeastern really does need to make sure they run clock. You have a 4-goal lead. You're making the Millers work really hard on defense to try and get the ball.
Ooh. Mallory Miller, yeah, offensive foul. I saw that elbow come up and wondered if the official saw that as well. Offensive foul there on the Royals is going to give possession back to the Millers. Mallory Miller forcing that that foul on the Royals, and so she will bring the ball up. Another whistle on the Royals. Miller will kick it to senior Cheney Cornell. Cornell looking for Emma Potter right at midfield. And Potter is going to bring it across her training line for the Millers. Big possession for the Millers with 8.5 minutes to play.
The Millers just need to not come away empty this time.
Oh, looking for Maya Hill. Maya took her eye off the ball and missed that pass. It's going to sail out of bounds. It's going to be awarded to the Royals.
So the story of this game is turnovers for the Millers, and the good job by HSC of picking up all those loose balls. Nice defense by the Millers to turn it over.
Putting the pressure on goalie Emma Johnson. Miller's double teaming her behind the net. Johnson still has the ball. She's going to look to get it back in the protected area there. Royals doing a really nice job with their passing as they bring the ball upfield. They have just been on point with their passing. They've been crisp. They've been solid with their passing as each time they bring it across midfield.
Much better than against Guerin. They had a lot of drop balls and unforced errors against Guerin, and so did Guerin. But tonight they've been very clean with the ball.
Cheney Cornell comes away with that one for the Millers. Whistle on the Royals, and Cheney will maintain possession and look to clear. She's going to toss it back to Maddie Reel. And Maddie Reel is going to get it to senior Mallory Miller. Mallory Miller with good quickness. She's going to get by Borgert and bring it across midfield. Another ball knocked away. Fought for. Reagan Haney comes away with it for the Millers. Reagan finds Brooke Miller. Brooke is going to penetrate, going to shoot. And the flag was up, but the shot was taken, so the Millers maintain possession. Now Reagan Haney looks to penetrate. Reagan is going to be awarded another free position scoring opportunity.
And these are great because the clock stops. Nope, it keeps running, sorry. Under 2 minutes.
All right, so officials will get everybody organized. Reagan Haney takes her spot. 6 minutes to play. Reagan shot on goal. Saved by Chloe Maddox. What a game Chloe has played thus far for the Royals. She's going to look to clear. She sends it up ahead. That one should fall onto the stick of Mallory Miller, and it does. Mallory now looks to bring it upfield. She gets it to Emma Potter. Emma looks to penetrate. And the flag is up, and that's going to be a foul on the Royals. So another free position scoring opportunity for the Millers is going to be awarded to Emma Potter. Five and a half minutes to play. Royals lead 9-5. Sectional finals from Beaver Material Field, and that's going to hit the post. It's going to come off. The Millers are in pursuit, as are the Royals. And a whistle on the foul is going to give possession of the ball to the Royals. That is 26, Ava Bruick with the ball. Looking for Olivia Shank. The ball is loose. And that's going to be a whistle on the Royals now. Emma Potter takes the ball for the Millers. We are under 5 minutes to play in the sectional final. Potter gets it to Lindsay Wilson. Lindsay Wilson ahead to Reagan Haney.
Millers absolutely need a goal on this possession. 10 saves on the night for Chloe Maddox in goal. Great job by her tonight.
Whistle on the Royals, but all that does is take a little time off the clock for the Millers. Reagan Haney gets it over to Chloe Barnett. Chloe Barnett looking for, I believe, Brooke Miller. That one bounces off Miller's stick, and the Royals are going to possess, and a whistle on the Millers going to allow possession to stay with the Royals. We got a yellow card?
Yep, a yellow card on that.
Maddie Christie. Maddie Christie will be sent off for 2 minutes. All right, we have a timeout on the field. And with that timeout, we are now under 4 minutes to play. The Royals lead 9-5. We want to take a minute to thank Schwartz's Bait and Tackle. Owners Steve and Lori Schwartz are there at Schwartz's each day selling live bait, name brand tackle, and almost everything fishing related. They are progressively becoming the #1 place for all of your fishing needs. They are also there to inform fishermen of all that they need for a great day on the water. You can also get your propane refills, U-Haul rentals, and packing and moving materials, as well as motorhome rentals, all at Schwartz's Bait and Tackle, located in Noblesville at 118 Cicero Road, right on State Road 19.
So a great job tonight on executing the game plan by HSC. They came into this sectional very focused and very prepared. Took down Guerin in their first game. Really did a nice job taking everything away that Guerin likes to do. And tonight they've done the same thing against the Millers. The big difference tonight that I've seen for HSC is they really have handled the ball much better tonight. They have been able to not have those turnovers that they had against Guerin the other night. So they've had good possessions. On defense, Chloe Maddox has made 10 saves at least tonight by my count on several shots. And the Millers have just had too many empty possessions tonight. And that's what's put them in the hole 9-5. And with four minutes to go, is that right? I think the clock is...
Yeah, clock needs to be
reset here.
Yeah, reset. You talked, Jeff, the draw control definitely has favored HSC this evening. The turnover battle has favored HSC this evening. One thing that the Millers have had is their several scoring opportunities on free position shots and have, as you said, just come away on empty on so many of those.
They've had, looks like 6 free position shots compared to HSC's 1. So the Millers have done a nice job of defending without fouling. but they have just not given themselves the opportunities to finish on the offensive end. And again, like we saw against Guerin the other night, HSD's done a really nice job knocking balls down. They've had a couple interceptions in that defensive space, and that has really made it tough on the Millers to finish at the goal. So, again, good execution by HSD in their game plan. The Millers have 4 minutes. That's still a fair amount of time, especially if you can score and the clock stops. And once we get under 2 minutes, on any whistle, the clock stops. So they just need to take advantage of some scoring opportunities and maximize their possessions. If they can do that, maybe this turns into a tight game at the finish. But right now, HSC is in charge.
As you plan for your summer activities, be sure to keep in mind there are free outdoor movies in your car at the Hamilton County 4-H Fairgrounds, brought to you by Wofford Theater. Follow Wofford Theater on Facebook for movies and times. And those free summer movie events, again, are at the Hamilton County Fairgrounds right here in Noblesville, beginning on Friday, May 21st and running through June 25th. For more information or sponsor, visit www.woffordtheater.com. Royals again with their really nice passing attack, but
Isabel
Imes steps in front of that one, and she gets it over to Sydney Klinger. Sydney Klinger now finds Reagan Haney. Reagan Haney brings it up against the Royals defense, and she's going to take it around behind the net.
That's really one of the first times the Millers have been able to convert.
Nice pass by Reagan Haney. Shot on goal by Natalie Blackburn. Again, another save by Chloe Maddox. Nice pass by Haney. Good scoring opportunity for the Millers, and Maddox able to defend that one and come away with it. We have 3.5 minutes to play, and the Royals lead the Millers 9-5. Ball is knocked down, but Stella Fisher comes away with it for the Royals, and she gets it over to senior Chloe Zott, defended by Mallory Miller.
These last two possessions by HSC, a little shaky on their transition there. They've been really good so far in this game, but they're going to turn this one over.
Absolutely. That pass gets by Sam Borgert and is going to go back to the Millers. We have 3 minutes left to play now, and the Millers trailing 9-5. That's going to find the stick of Reagan Haney. Reagan's going to find senior Emma Potter, and the Millers will look to get a transition scoring opportunity. Potter on the attack, Potter on the shot, and Potter on the goal. That's going to stop the clock with 2 minutes and 45 seconds to play, and the Royals now lead 9-6. That is Potter's fourth goal on the contest.
Really important score, and again, I talked about it just before those last two possessions, how HSC had been so good tonight protecting the ball, especially in the transition space. And the last two possessions, they were a little shaky. The ball got away from them, and the Millers were able to capitalize with a quick transition goal of their own. 2:45 to go, a 3-goal game. If the Millers can get this draw control and another quick score and under before the 2-minute warning comes off, we might have a crazy finish here.
All right, draw control is up. And Emma Potter has it on her stick, and she's going to bring it across the restraining line here for the Millers. Emma Potter looks to get her squad organized. She's going to find Reagan Haney. Reagan on the attack. Reagan Haney with the goal. And with 2.5 minutes to play, the Millers have had 2 quick strikes, and they now trail the Hamilton Southeastern Royals 9-7. That Noblesville Miller goal was brought to you by Yancey's Fine Apparel and Tuxedo Rentals. Yancey's Apparel has been doing business in Noblesville for over 50 years. Now located inside of Logan Street Signs and Banners. Enter the north side door and call Dan at 317-773-2973. That was Reagan's second goal on the contest. And here we go, Jeff.
Now it's going to get interesting. If the Millers can win this draw control and get another quick score before the 2-minute warning goes, man, we could be set up for an incredible finish.
Draw control, ball is up. Ball is fought for, and Olivia Shank, that
big draw control by HSC on that play.
Senior
Olivia Shank with her fourth draw control of the night.
And the senior comes away with it, making a big play for the Royals. And the Royals are going to look to kill some time as the Millers will look to apply pressure. That's Sam Borgert with the ball. Whistle on the Millers, and the clock is ticking away. We are under 2 minutes left to play. And now the clock will stop on a whistle as we move forward under the 2-minute warning there. And the ball is going to go out of bounds, and a turnover by the Royals. And so the Millers are going to have the ball. 1:49 left to play. Pass across the field to Aubrey Arms. Aubrey has it on her stick. Aubrey gets it ahead to Brooke Miller. The senior brings it across the restraining line, and ball's knocked away, but that's going to be a whistle on number 5, Ashley Springer. And Miller will take control of the ball. 1:37 left to play. Miller gets it to Potter. Potter finds Reagan Haney, shot on goal, and that's a goal by Reagan Haney. That's going to cut the Royals' lead to 9-8. Assist to Emma Potter, goal to Reagan Haney, and with 1:26 to play, the score stands Hamilton Southeastern Royals 9, Noblesville Millers 8. This is the sectional final of sectional number 2, and this draw control is ginormous.
What a comeback by the Millers. At one point down 6 goals, and they've closed the gap it is an amazing comeback to get themselves back into this game with 1:26. This draw control is everything for both teams because the Millers have certainly seized momentum here by rattling off
3 unanswered goals.
3 unanswered goals here. About 12 minutes ago, this game looked like it might be out of reach for the Millers.
Emma Potter is going to flip it, and Natalie Blackburn's going to knock it away. Natalie Blackburn's going to come away with it for the Millers. She gets it to Emma Potter. We have 1:20 left to play. Emma Potter has the ball. She brings it across the restraining line for the Millers. Emma Potter on the attack. She looks to penetrate. She finds a shot on goal there. Knocked away, and that ball's going to go to Hamilton Southeastern. Jeff, I couldn't see who had that shot on goal. Maddie Christie had the shot on goal. There's 1:05 left to play. A great save by goalie Chloe Maddox for the Royals.
She's had a huge game tonight.
And that ball is going to be thrown high. Olivia Schenk is going to find that, and she's going to get it to the stick of number 5, Ashley Springer. We are under 1 minute to play. Ashley Springer brings it across the midfield, and she is going to get it ahead to Ellie Nawa. And Ellie Nawa is defended by Isabel Imes. Good defense. Ellie Nawa is going to look to burn as much clock as she possibly can. Isabel Imes provides the defense for the Millers.
She stepped out of bounds.
She stepped out of bounds, and the ball is going to go. Great defense, great pursuit there by Isabel Imes to give ball back to the Millers. I think the clock should be stopped right now on the whistle. And we've got a timeout on the field, and here we go. We have 36.7 seconds left to play, if you're tuned in right now, don't go anywhere. We have a fantastic finish ahead of us. There, the Royals had the ball. Really great pressure provided by Isabel Imes, forcing the Royals turnover and giving the Millers one more shot.
That was a great ride by Isabel Imes. She just kept the pressure and utilized the end line as an extra defensive help. Untimely turnover for HSE as they are trying to run out those last 40 seconds. Millers are going to get the ball, but they're going to have to go nearly 100 yards to get a score to tie this game up before the end of regulation. Hopefully Coach Mitchell is working to draw up a great play for the Millers, and I would guess that Coach Wagner is trying to draw up an incredible defensive play to stop the Millers and get the ball back. HSC's done a great job tonight of knocking down balls, getting in the passing lane. The Millers have played much better the last last 10 minutes of the game, last 12 minutes.
It was 9-5 Hamilton Southeastern with 10 minutes to play, Jeff. And as it stands now, it is 9-8. You can't say enough about the play of Chloe Maddox in the goal for the Royals, however. She has thwarted shot after shot after shot of the Millers, really throughout the contest.
She has, my look, it's about 12 saves tonight.
I was gonna throw that number out, 12. That seems about right. She has just had a fantastic game. Emma Johnson was in the goal for the semifinals, and coaching staff for Hamilton Southeastern pushing all the right buttons with Chloe Maddox in the goal, and she has had a tremendous performance tonight for the Royals. Really kudos to both of these teams. These girls have played their hearts out and have just provided an unbelievable game this evening in this sectional final.
So if you're HSC, you don't want to foul in this situation because it just allows the Millers to get the ball further down the field without taking extra time off the clock. You want to make them burn as much time as possible to get the ball up the field. That's 100 yards is a long way to go, and the Millers are going to have to move the ball quickly to give themselves a chance to tie this game.
Okay, we are back in play. The whistle blows. Here comes Isabel Imes. She has the ball. She is going to bring it up. We have 28 seconds left to play. Isabel Imes looks towards Aubrey Arms, but she's going to keep the ball on her stick. She is closely defended. The ball comes loose, and the ball is still loose. The ball is fought for. And we are going to have Miller possession. The clock stops with 16 seconds left to play. I believe Isabel Imes is still going to have it, Aubrey Arms has it on her stick. She gets it over to Emma Potter, and here we go. 14 seconds left to play. Emma Potter will look to penetrate. We're at 5. She gets it to Reagan Haney. Reagan Haney with the pass. Shot on goal. Saved. Oh my goodness. That was a great execution. What a finish. Great execution by the Millers. Jeff, was it Maya with that last shot on goal?
I couldn't tell who it was. Nice job by the Millers to
really
try and
nice
get that
job.
shot. Great save by Chloe Maddox all night long. She's done a great job. The Millers had their chance at the finish to at least tie. They had a good look, a good shot, and they ran a nice play. But kudos to Hamilton Southeastern Royals as they advance to the Final Four, and they'll play the winner of the Evansville sectional after Memorial Day.
Yeah.
And good luck to them as they move forward. Tremendous job in this sectional of taking out Guerin Catholic the other night, 15-11, and tonight holding the Millers off in a furious finish to win 9-8 over the Millers.
So Hamilton Southeastern goes to 10-3 on the season, and the Millers will end a wonderful season at 13-3. If you've been joining us this season for high school girls lacrosse, we want to say thank you. Thank you to all of our sponsors. You've been watching HCTV Sports, presented to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners in Noblesville. This is Pat Haney and Jeff Potter signing off. Hamilton, the Sectional 2 championship goes to the Hamilton Southeastern Royals.